Welcome back, everybody, to Monster Hunter. We're going to destroy Mr. Four-legged spider dude. I was afraid this would be the fucker I'd have to fight. Because I don't know how fast he is. I've never fought one of these before. I'm aware that previous Monster Hunter games have had spiders or spider-esque entities, and that this is something that needs to be avoided. I've never fought this guy before, so I don't know his moves. It's probably fair because I don't know if any of these monsters are old monsters. Is what I'm trying to say. I like how his butt looks like a rose. So he's got a wound on him that I need to kill. Yeah, don't get hit by that. That's getting stunned and getting killed. Usually that's stun / death. Luckily my Palico / bad game allowed me to live. Nice try, bitch. I need to attack these wounds that I keep creating. Like this. That creates a stun state. I don't necessarily need a stun state. Free stun state, but whatever, you know. That's alright, I don't want to use SOS flares either. The issue with SOS flares is you don't know what you're being called into in some cases. Or maybe you do, I don't know. I feel like you would not know what you're being called into, and so like, hi Christopher, you're Hunter Rank 1 or Hunter Rank 2. Here comes you know, level 43 high rank bullshit. You ain't gonna survive. So I guess they could also kind of basically be like, hey, you have to be at least master rank 55 before you can answer this call. Amber. He's got his butthole out. We're gonna have to smush it up. We're gonna have to put something in his bumhole. Yeah, please. Thank you. Yeah, let's get in that butthole right there. Yeah. That's what I like to see. Are you summoning fucking... what do they call this? Something with a V. It was something like a Visosaur wasp or something, I don't know. It's a Dojagama. Don't get dragged in their fight. It's a turf war. We're introducing the turf wars now. Usually turf wars, so usually turf wars are just like that, where you have two enemies. They meet randomly on a battlefield. They deal damage. The winner deals damage to the loser, but usually the loser also does like some sort of like status effect to the winner. So it's not, I don't know. Depends on what the turf war is, I suppose. Like, I'll give you an example. there's a very annoying monkey boss you have to fight called something. Wish I remembered his name now. It is it's on the tip of my tongue here too. Anyways, he has a turf war with a unicorn boss, elder dragon character, and basically his turf war involves strictly him coming in, tackling the horse, breaking off its horn, and eating it. Because the Rajanap, that's it. He is not great. Eat. I'm not sure if he's bad against fire. I assume he's bad against fire. Because I'm doing like 10 damage per hit here. If I got lucky, I picked the right elemental weakness on him. If not, that's okay. Because my options were no elemental weakness or fire. I need to sharpen my sword. Gotta sharpen that knife, buddy. You're in like yellow or so. Sharpness. Need to get back to green sharpness. If you get to red sharpness, you just start bouncing off everything. I'm also gonna have to learn how to ride monsters in this game. They're a little different than riding monsters in the previous game. And I mean just a little bit. He's got all kinds of wounds I need to exploit. There's one. And he's dead. Perfect. Gotta put your sword away, Chris, if you want to carve. Shell, claw, and claw. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change out that paint. I don't need that on my hotbar. Also, I'm trying to switch over to my net again so I can capture some of these fishies. That one. Nope. I just killed that. You killed it, Chris. There we go, there's one. I'm right down in my notebook. Dear Diary, today I killed a bug. It was a really big bug. I'm not sure you would believe me if I told you how big it was. It did not have 8 legs, so it can't be considered a spider. But it didn't have 6, so I'm not sure I can count it as an insect either.
I owe you, Hunter, truly. I couldn't have gotten Eric out of there without your help.
I like how the guy on the left is very feminine, particularly his lips are very lipsticky, whereas the woman on the right is very masculine, but she still retains an air of femininity to her that I like.
Speaking of, I spoke with Nata. He seems rather eager to help us find that thing.
Oh, so her cat is
If you wouldn't mind, I'd
egg
like
tier.
to look after him for a while. He's the only witness we have.
What do
that
you
okay
think
with
about
you,
that,
Nata?
Nata?
Yes.
Big
I don't
MILF
wanna
energy?
sit
You
here.
bet.
I want to help.
I want her to step on my little boy
Thank you.
nads.
I'm grateful for your help. We'll be counting on you.
Okay, Nata. Stay safe and good luck.
Wanna know how I got this scar?
Nata will be okay. We should head back to our camp in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter, hey, have you been upgrading your weapon?
Yes.
Don't give me
Me.
that here.
Okay, thanks. You just gave me malachite ore, which I need to build the ore set.
Really make
Thank
it
you.
today.
I can also use it to upgrade my, or I can start building ore tree weapons, which, dear Monster Hunter, I do not like these shields you've given these early lance things.
to work.
There's that shield I think is the base shield from World. That looks very base to me.
Got something in mind?
Alright, so we are going to use the gun lance on this mission. I don't care what we're fighting. We're going to use it. Going to build some shit if we can. I'm going to save my ores for upgrading my items and not for the Vespoids. That's what I was thinking of. So there's flying wasp looking things called Vespoids, and in addition to some of the other bugs that are in the game, you use their materials to create the Vespoid armor, which I'm surprised I've already gotten to the point where I'm creating Vespoid armor. Usually remember that being sort of a later
Look
low
good.
rank
Oh, perfection.
armor. Probably wrong though. So here are the monster games that I have played all the way. Okay, so let's I guess rewind first of all. I've never beaten a Monster Hunter 100% because that generally involves the DLC that comes in year 2 of the Monster Hunter, and by the time I get around buying the DLC, I'm usually like, I'm not interested in going back to the start and grinding out again. And I don't mean going back to low rank and starting a new file. I mean like just feeling like you've just popped in the game for the first time and you're relearning the mechanics again. But I have beaten Monster Hunter World minus the DLC, and I beat whatever the one that was on the Switch was. And then I started playing Generations, but not that I didn't like Generations. I love Generations. I got through the low rank portion of the quest, which was just perfect. What a perfect way to end low rank. Go fight this fucking impossible dragon. I started playing some high rank monsters and then sort of petered out. Not because I didn't like the game again, because it was like, well, I could play this now or I could go play this new game. And I decided to play the new game. Not a new Monster Hunter game, but like different new game that was coming out. So, sort of as a reminder, right now I'm basically recording everything in the intro here because except for like the 2 or 3 side missions that I recorded, you know, I've basically been following the storyline. And as we start getting deeper into this, I have to imagine the storyline's going to slow down and me having to grind is going to increase. Yeah, he's holding so much in. I don't think we're not on his side, but I'm afraid that he's rushing into this too soon. So we're getting backstory about Nata here. You know, like she met him a couple years ago, which kind of seems weird because the way that cutscene seems to be set up is like you found a boy in the woods or out in the desert. You pick him up on your airship, you bring him back to headquarters, and then they set you, the main character, along with the team out to investigate this area. And in reality, that's like years later. Oh good, we have wild animals backing our tent.
Oh dear.
In other games, generally the wild creatures are usually like palicos that are wild. In this
They
case,
must be telling us to follow them.
they are
Allow me.
some sort of like,
Greetings to you. Sorry that
what do
we
you
got
call
off on the
these
wrong-
things? They look like fanged gophers or something. Apparently an important item for her. So important, I'm not sure why you would store it in some remote camp.
My baby. Do whatever they say.
Do whatever they say. That artifact is my baby.
You climb on, right?
You ride, we take.
Let's follow them. I'm sure they're harmless.
Sure, they're harmless, dot
I
dot
hope
dot.
so.
Alright, so I cut forward here a little bit because I got a ring on my doorbell. And, yeah.
Grovel and feel humblings, for this
Humblings.
is our great Wyvir. Wyvir, our city. I
Interesting.
mean, this forest belongs to us Wudwuds.
Wudwuds.
P's and Q's.
What an unusual eldritch tongue they speak. And yet it feels so fresh and relevant.
Eldritch tongue? They're not summoning a demon here, honey.
We mean you no harm. Would you give us back our tiny house?
No.
We no give back. We have claimed it as tribute.
Tributi.
But we make dealers, okay?
Well, a combination of
Great
tribute
menace
and
is making the troubles by our
booty.
honey mound.
There's a great
Its big
menace.
fur is big, stylish, and cool. But its
gases are
guts love us
stinctious.
with tenacious variety.
That's a
Chase
Congalala.
away big menace, and in our generosities, we shall return your.
I hate Congolalas. They're so fucking obnoxious.
You think it's a Congalala?
Yes. What else fucking farts on you? Makes it sound like they've been here forever. Eric mentioned seeing Congolalas in the south of the forest.
We've certainly got no shortage of them back west.
Yeah, we certainly don't.
And now we know there's a healthy population here too.
I don't know if healthy's the right word. Move out, said Fang the cat. Alright, let's hop on our stick crit. He knows the stench. Just follow the fucking smell of
They
sewage.
have a very colorful vocabulary.
They do have a colorful vocabulary. I wish their vocabulary involved some fucks, though. It'd be nice for them to give some. Yes, they claim this forest is their own, which I suppose is better than not knowing the value of the land they habitat. But, yeah. We're gonna find a Congalala, and then we're gonna take our sword, or our shield, or in this case, our gun lance, and shove as far up his ass as I can. Preferably, I'd like to stuff it so far as up his ass, and then press the trigger and blow him up, but the game won't let me do that. The game is not letting me run, making me sneak. I'm not a super big fan of this hat, but the fact that it keeps covering my face makes me feel like, oh, that's kind of cool. Even though it's probably not. Ah, Kongalalas. The gross uncle of the Monster Hunter universe. He's the one that drinks too many beers and got the pot belly and waits for football season to come along. Talks about how football was better in the old days when they used to give each other brain injury and concussions. The routine strategy was try to break the quarterback's arm or leg so he was knocked out. I'm super tough against this sleeping animal. Oh, his fur is so beautiful and shiny. Let me take a pluck of it, like an idiot. Oh, I plucked some fur. We must all pluck fur. Here, I'll grab a whole fucking fistful as I pull it off of his arm. Meanwhile, this guy decides, I'm gonna pull him straight from his skull. That's not gonna feel anything. Get up on his belly and tickle his nose. Time to hold your nose. 3, 2, and... About right. Now, I've never experienced a Kongolala fart attack like that. You know, a fart's so powerful it knocks you back. So my brother Steve used to blow me out of the room sometimes. It happened twice in my whatever number of years of living with him in the same room. I think he lived in the same room for, I'll say, somewhere in the ballpark of 13 to 14 years. And somewhere when I was about, I don't know, 10 years old or so, fucking blew me out of the room because he blew such a stankish fart that I opened the window and turned on a fan and could not escape the stench of his fart, so I had to get out of the room and open up the door, to which my parents are like, what the hell are you doing up still? And I'm like, Steven farted. And then he laughed, because that was the funniest thing to Steven is his farts. Now he's got a little girl who thinks farts are funny. Uh-oh. Tengo chichi. My brother and his family were in for my sister's wedding. And at one point after the wedding, I think it was like a day after, it was Saturday, we're out in the yard, sort of hanging out in the shade because it was so hot at that point. It was like 90 degrees or 88 degrees or so. We're hanging out in the shade. And sort of, make a long story short, we're just sort of laying in the shade in the grass. And all of a sudden, his daughter comes up and sits on my chest and she goes with her mouth, she goes, tends to poop on me. I said, you just poop on me? She said, yeah. I said, you go poop on Dad now. And then she walked over and pooped on Dad's head. It was funny. He thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. We all thought, we all had a good laugh. Also, I know that's his gimmick. Sort of like how, you know, like some enemies have poison breath. Kongolala's fart and burp. That's their gimmick. But like, what kind of digestive system do you have to have that your big gimmick is farting and burping at people? Yeah, don't get in front of him or he'll burp on you. He'll use his big gorilla belly to block your attacks. But don't stand in his butthole either, because he'll just fart on you. So like, I'm learning that the gun lance is a little different in terms of how it damages the what do you call that? Wounds or cuts or whatever. whereas the sword and shield hones in on it, and you basically latch onto the wound and stuff your sword or whatever into it to try to create extra damage. This one seems to be more of like a spread. You're doing a lot of spread like ammo damage, but if you put it on top of the wound, it'll do extra damage. So, flash flies are like one of the best things in the whole world. Because it causes the enemy to get stunned and they can't like attack you, and you just sort of, whatever you want to call it, wail about. Like they wait for their vision to come back. I'll have to get better at this gun lance thing. Because like I said, my goal in this game is to primarily learn gun lance. And to a lesser degree, maybe try to learn bow and arrow as well. The range weapons tend to have a sweet spot where they do the most damage, and the idea is that you're not standing next to the enemy per se. Oh, good job, Chris. You pulled your rod and reel out. You need to get on that. Oh, there you go. You gotta sharpen right in front of his face, as all the monkeys jump at me. Let's do this. In older Monster Hunter games, i.e. Generation before, whenever you heal, you stand still. But I don't think the enemies are nearly as aggressive. You fell into a fucking vine pit. What an idiot. Alright, little Congolalas need to die. Big Congolala needs to also die. Need to put that on top of the wound there, Chris. There it is. Nope, not quite. He's eating bullshit. I'm just trying to kill your wound. There it is. Put it right back in the vine pit again. He's got his booty up. I'm gonna flank his booty with my gun lance. Leave the heels to me, said this stupid guy. Because I put my fucking lance right on his skull. That's what the lances are really good for, particularly regular lance. Not necessarily gun lance, because gun lance is a little bit more, I think a little weaker, but a little bit more balanced as well. But lance is designed to draw aggro, which is kind of weird. I got stunned. He ate a whatever you call that yellow mushroom, which causes stun damage. Purples, I believe, are poison. Reds are stun? Something like that. I don't remember. No. Yellows are stun. Purples are poison. And I think there's another one. Poison. Oh, yeah, there's that. I forgot about that. I'm kind of lucky he didn't just cart me there. I am playing A+ right now. Well, this is usually where a cart happens. Luckily the game decided to be generous to me and not kill me. Even though it should have. Stop it, Congolala. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Yeah, that's how you do it. I think I hit all of his wounds already. Even though I'm pretty sure I had a tail wound. We're running, we're running, we're running. Quick, kill the bastard. He's gonna go to sleep though, so we're gonna put some fucking bombs down. Top of his... Oh, nope, he's not asleep. Never mind. Back to work we go. Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna watch out for. I think I perfect guarded that somehow. It's kind of weird. Oh good, baby Congolalas, here you come. I may have to take care of you first. Only because you kind of messed up my game. Yeah, in the previous episode I was talking about how sometimes the enemy gets really worn out. That's just what happened there. See, that fire attack he was trying to do right there just fucking failed because he's fired. So this is the ideal time to either beat up the enemy or kill off his ads. Because eventually he's going to... he threw poopy at me. Come on, target him down, Chris. Time for a finisher. There it is. Stop throwing poopy at me. It's not gonna work. Okay, I killed the baby Congolalas, or whatever they're called. So you're gonna be dead here in a second, I can tell. You're pooped. Your baby... Oh, my meal is torn off, which means that I've run out of... That's okay. This should be over in a second. So there's congas. And then there's the Congolalas. I gotcha. Congolalas the bigger. Unearthed truffle fragments. That's nifty. Let's instead cut this guy up. Congolala pelt. Congolala pelt. Okay, it's apparently a very big Congolala. Oh, we got 3 Congolala pelts out of this fucker. Or maybe it's just the maybe I was just cutting the congas. Fruit bone. Fandango, let's go. Ooh, there's some bones over here to collect. Let's do that. This is one of like, I don't know if you want to call it, this is one of my things that I do is like, as soon as I kill an enemy, and I've got like extra time, like I just try to run around, see how much I can collect between when I kill the enemy and when the game tells me, quest complete.